Morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this New Zealand partner showcase where we start talking about the add-on space. This is the first video in a series where we're going to start unpacking what the add-ons are and what they mean for you. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Kieran McKenzie. I look after the API and the add-on space here at MYOB. I look after a lot of community around that side of things. Joining me today is Ria Russell. Ria works in the partner team across both partners and developers, helping us with our communications, our marketing, and getting the message out about what add-ons are and why they're so cool. Right. So this is a first video in a series. We're going to unpack that space. The next ones, we're going to focus them around verticals in the market. So, on the 24th of June, we're going to take a look at two great add-ons for the trade space. After that, we've got some for hospitality and so forth. Today, however, we thought we'd actually stop for a second and lay a bit of foundation. We get a lot of questions from you, our partners, around what are add-ons? Why should I care? What's in it for me? These sorts of things. And so we thought today we'd take a quick look at that. Now, a little bit of information for you before we get started is these videos are being broadcast live. So if we stumble, if we make a little mistake, sorry, and bear with us on that one. But the other thing is that they are actually being recorded, and immediately after the broadcast, it will be available online for you to share with your clients, with other partners, and come back and watch again. So that goes for all the videos, by the way. So how are we going to run today, Ria?
Yeah. So thank you, Kieran. So today, this first of our partner showcases to kick off the series. I'm going to actually put on my partner hat and ask you all the questions that we've been asked about add-ons for, say, the past 6 to 12 months, and explore the add-on space and what that means to me as a partner.
Brilliant.
So I might kick off by asking you first, what is an add-on? What exactly does an add-on mean?
Great question. So add-ons really are independent solutions that support and extend the accounting platform. Really, they're tools built by developers who are often passionate about a particular type of business. They might have suffered a pain in a business before or seen an opportunity to make a business more efficient. And so they go out and they build a solution on top of that. The reality is a lot of those solutions then have financial information that needs to come back into an accounting platform. And that's where they add on to the accounting solutions so that data is shared.
Okay, that does explain what an add-on is. Now, as a partner, why would I be interested in this space?
Oh, look, this is a great space for partners to be involved in. We hear all the time from partners that they're looking for opportunities to create longer lasting, deeper conversations with their customers. Yeah. There's that term bandied around about being a trusted business advisor. Well, that goes beyond just the financial conversation that you have with your customers, and is often around how can you help someone improve their business flow? Yeah. Is there something that they can do better? More efficient, and ultimately save them time and save them money. So that's where the add-ons come into play. You might have heard me talk before about how MYOB makes some pretty good accounting software, but when it comes to appointment scheduling, or in the case of an old joke, it doesn't make very good coffee. But when it comes to appointment scheduling, for example, we don't make appointment scheduling software, we make accounting software. But if I've got a business that is reliant on appointments and customers coming in and then me being able to invoice or bill customers on those appointments, what do? And so, we've got some guys in Dunedin who build a service called Timely. We might take a little look later on. Okay. Timely is an appointment scheduling system. It does all of that, but it shares the invoice information and the customer information with the accounting platform, meaning it's simple, faster, easier for them to do the end-of-day journals, the end-of-day sales, and all that sort of stuff. It's just kind of taken care of.
Fantastic. Now that sounds very beneficial for myself as well as for my clients. Now tell me, how does that integrate with my current MYOB accounting software or my client's accounting software?
Totally. So look, we've spent a lot of time working with ways to try and improve integrations. And really it's around this thing called an API, which allows developers to really quickly come in and build something that works across that platform. Okay.
Now you mentioned an API. What is an API?
Cool. Okay. So API, it stands for Application Programming Interface. Probably something most people don't really need to know.
It's good to know anyway.
Well, it kind of, absolutely.
It kind of is. Yes. I know what I'm talking about. That's API.
Absolutely, it totally does. But so what is it? Well, actually, think about it like a translator. You know, we speak English.
Yeah.
Maybe we've got someone in the room who speaks German.
Yeah.
We would get a third party involved to be a translator between that. So we could have a conversation in English and they understand it in German.
Yeah.
Well, an API is a little bit like that.
Okay.
Think about them like a security guard and translator all in one. So it's saying, hey, this trusted system can talk to this trusted system, share information. It doesn't matter what language they speak. It doesn't matter whether it's a mobile app or a desktop app. The API allows that data to be shared between the two.
Fantastic. Okay, now tell me again, how do they integrate?
So the integration is super simple. The API is a technical piece that does all that behind the scenes. But the key piece here for clients is that, by and large, it's actually seamless and almost invisible.
Right.
So most of you will know that our clients now are using my.myob accounts, and that's their identity in the MYOB world. And we actually use that as a tool to be able to link the two things together. I'll tell you what, it's probably easier if I actually show you.
I think that would be a great
So
idea.
let me just do a little bit of technical stuff here in the background.
Sounds
So
good.
I'm going to just go over to my computer here because, like a good host, I had this prepared before, which I didn't. So let me just pull up that one.
It would be great to see the actual add-on in action.
Totally will,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just going to share my screenshot here. So what you should be able to see on screen now is the Timely website. Now let's assume I'm a brand new customer. I'm going to show you how easy it is with a tool like this to register and go through. So you'll notice in the top corner here, there's a green registration button. Let me click that. And I'll go in and I'll make up a pretend account in this case. Now, because we're streaming live video at the same time, our internet's just a little bit slow this morning. Oh, look, they've changed the page this morning. So, Kieran McKenzie, and I'm going to use a slightly different email address here. I'm going to just use MYOB API with a testing account, just so that they know it's a demo account from us. Yeah. Put a password in. Now let's pretend we've got a business here. So Kieran's hairdressing. Apparently I'm really good at that. What do I do? Okay, so I'm a hair salon. I've got one staff member. I'm in Australia. My currency is Australian dollars. Well, actually, you know what? We're talking to Kiwis here. We'll go to New Zealand. We're in the Kiwi dollar, and our time zone is Auckland. And I'll create my account. So it's as easy as that to create a free trial account with Timely. And as you see, I'm now actually in their system.
Yeah.
All right, we're not here to talk about them. We're here to talk about how easy it is to connect the two systems together. So under their settings, I come down to apps, and I scroll down, and I find the MYOB accounting and invoicing connection. I click the green activate button. I click it correctly. And it'll tell me that I'm about to connect these two systems together. Look at that. I've got a little pop-up here saying, hey, if you need some help, just sing out.
Oh, that's
great. So I'm going to click Set Up MYOB. Now, what you'll see is it actually takes me out to the MYOB site for a login. Now, this is exactly the same login that you use for the MyDot. It's the same sort of system that we use in the AccountWrite package to log in and get a list of your company files. So here, I'm just going to log in. And the very first thing it then says is, hey Kieran, Timely, an appointment scheduling app, is asking permission to access your files. I go, sweet, I'll allow access on that. And now it takes me back to Timely. That's it, the connection's done. Now there is a problem here because I've actually auto-connected this behind the scenes before now, so just ignore that. Really, all that's it, completely done at that point. Now it simply says, here's the list of company files. Yeah. You use your company file login at that point. But really, that's it. That's as super simple as it can be for a customer to get two systems to talk to each other. Okay,
that seems very seamless, very easy. Now, just to take it back one step, for years we've been integrating to something called ODBC. That was the only way that we could have integrated. Yep. Can you explain the difference between ODBC and an API?
So ODBC stood for Open Database Connections. It's an older desktop connection system that allowed a system on the computer to talk to another system on the computer. You know, for many years we've had some fantastic add-ons like Calxa, who have sat on that ODBC. It's a very limited system though. It only allows a certain amount of data in and out. It didn't allow easy connections like we just saw there on the Timely system. And it certainly didn't scale to the cloud.
Right.
The other hassle with it was, from a customer's point of view, it was heavy and hard work for them. So they would go out and purchase a system like Calxa. They would then need to contact MYOB and say, hey MYOB, I've got this tool, Calxer or Total Synergy or something like that, I need a key for it. And there was a charge involved in that. I think it was something like $250 or something. So, there was a pain point for the customer to try and sign up. There was cost involved. There was just a lot of hassle. And it took a day, 2 days, or 3 days to get that key connection happening. It just doesn't scale in a cloud world. Okay. So the API simplifies that. It makes it really easy. And in fact, like I sort of said earlier, the API by and large is invisible. We don't really want to sort of talk about it too much. It's more about the add-ons and what they can do. And that's where, you saw the Timely demo from a brand new customer to a connected system in, what was there, a minute or two. Pretty simple.
Sounds good. Now, just to add to the mix, whilst we're talking UTBC and add-ons, I've heard the term integrator being bandied around. What's the difference between an integrator and an add-on?
Well, technically speaking, there's no difference. Okay. We have a number of internal terms that we use for segmenting or slicing and dicing or categorizing the types of add-ons we have, and there's a variety of them. The term a direct integration or a third-party integration is generally termed, and we talk third-party are what we call integrators.
Sure.
They specialize in integrating multiple systems together. So a direct integration, that Timely example was a direct one. They contacted us directly, their developers did the coding, and the two systems talked directly to each other. Let's take a look at another one we get talked about all the time, which is Salesforce. So MYOB over here and Salesforce over here, great CRM tool and a great accounting package. How do I get the two of them to share information? Well, neither of them actually talk to each other directly, but there are services in the middle like ArcSys or OneSAS who are integrators who integrate those two systems together. So you purchase Salesforce, or you already have it in your business. You have AccountWrite already in your business, and then you get a service from these folks, and you connect the two systems together. And then they do a little bit of data manipulation on the way through to make sure that a customer here is, an account over here, or a sale here is a history here, or whatever it might be. And they connect multiple systems together.
Fantastic.
So that's a key difference between those.
Sure, that explains it really well. Now, we spoke about add-ons. We've been talking a lot about what that means. Now, for me as a partner, what benefits do I have integrating add-ons into my accounting software? What can I experience? What kind of benefits will I experience?
So as we mentioned earlier, there's benefits around that deeper conversation for you. But there's also other ones where you can actually get a deeper understanding of your customers across the board. There's revenue opportunities on the board for you as well. And just it's a cleaner process for you and your customers to have that deeper conversation, to know more about what's going forth. There are also revenue streams available. So there's ones who have partner programs, referral programs, and such like, and that sort of thing. The other part as well is partner connections coming up.
Yes.
So for partners who are coming to Partner Connection, we are actually having exhibitors at that. And that's another great place for partners to come along and have a deeper conversation with the add-ons and say, how do I really get on behind you? How do I support you and grow this? How does it become part of my business? That sort of thing. So that conversation around really what's in it for me, Partner Connection is a great place to come and explore with us and with the exhibitors what the add-ons mean for you and your clients.
That sounds like a fantastic opportunity. I'll be sure to attend that as a partner. Now, it sounds like add-ons is something I'm definitely interested in, but for myself and for my clients that do choose to integrate add-ons to my accounting software, what kind of after-sales support is there available to me? If something was to go wrong, who do I call, who do I speak to?
Well, that's a great question. We get quite a bit from partners, that concern about support. I mean, MYOB's reasonably well known for its support in the sense that you can ring up quite long hours and online support and help desk and such like. And look, the reality is every single listing, so we've got an add-on gallery where you can go and discover the add-ons and bits and pieces. And great news, we're actually in the middle of overhauling that.
Sure. And what's that website?
MYOB.com/add-ons. And we say MYOB.com because it will redirect you to .co.nz or to .com.au depending on your country. So MYOB.com/add-ons. We'll take you to the add-on gallery. Now, it's a little light on the support side of things. So one of the questions we've often had, as you said, is what's there for support? Every single listing on there is reviewed by us. Not necessarily in depth, but it is reviewed by us. And we do talk to them about what support have they got, phone numbers, web support, and such like. But we also have a certification program that we're layering over top of that because we know that support is that next level of things that people really want to understand.
Okay, so just for once, if we go back 1 second, certification, what does that mean?
Well, certification means that we actually take a slightly deeper look into the add-ons. And there's 4 key areas we look into for that. The first one is their domain experience. Do they understand the accounting space? Do they know that you should reverse a transaction rather than just delete a transaction? Just things like that. Their technical experience. Is their code correct? Is it doing the way, consuming the API the way it should do?
Yeah.
That sort of stuff. User experience. Is it as clean and elegant to use as we really want add-ons to be? You know, that timing example is a great example of how a great customer experience can be. And the last one is that big touch point.
Yeah.
What is the contact and support like? And that's where we actually, you know, we play that secret shopper. We ring up as a customer. We bug them a little bit. We ask them some dumb questions, and we just want to see what it's like for them to respond, whether it's over email, whether it's over phone support, whether it's that, because at the end of the day, they're looking after you, who are our customers as well.
Okay.
So it's hugely important. That's where certification helps.
Fantastic.
Stamp of a seal.
That makes me feel a little bit more secure in the fact that I can call someone and find out what's wrong. Now, you mentioned the add-on site. Where can I tell if add-ons are certified? How can I differentiate a certified add-on from a non-certified add-on?
Totally. So the first part is we actually have an MYOB certified add-on logo that will be used in various places. And on the site as well, there's actually a little purple slash that says certified. And there's actually only 4 certified at the moment.
4 and building?
Totally building, absolutely. Yes, every month we go through it. It's a bit of a process to go through it. You know, it's not a 5-minute job, so it takes time to go through them all. And it's invite only, so we actually spend time with them. They actually have to hit a certain level of clients, and then they're invited into the program, and then we start to work with them from there. So that's a good place to start to find them. Partner Connect, again, would be a great place to come along and find certified ones. But also look out for communications and emails from us. So when we're doing these sort of webinars and you know, EDMs, the certified ones are the ones that will bubble to the top, generally speaking, and you'll see from there.
Fantastic. Well, this has been an excellent chat. You've been able to demystify what add-ons mean, how do I go about integrating them, and where I can find them. Now, I'll take off my partner hat, and I'll pass over to you, Kieran, just to close up and wrap up our session.
Cool. Well, thank you, Rhea, for playing along today. We really do hope that that's helped you to understand a little bit more of where the add-ons are and where they fit in the market. The one thing I would say, if you do have questions, do keep sending them into your account managers. Reach out to them and say, hey, look, I saw this showcase. There was an area they could have unpacked slightly differently. What about this question? We're more than happy to unpack those sorts of things. Come along to Partner Connect. We are planning on doing something akin to this sort of activity at Partner Connect, where we really unpack each of the individual add-ons much more. If there's things you want to know about them, just ask the questions. We're happy to answer them for you. As we mentioned, this is the start of a series of videos. So the next ones, it's not us talking. We're actually going to be interviewing the add-ons themselves. So below this video are some links to the activity coming up. Next one is in the trade and construction space, or the tradie space, as we mentioned, and I think it's ServiceMate and Smart Jobs. And so we'll have probably Curtis Bailey and Darren Ford coming along, and we'll have a conversation about how they fit, what do they do, what are the things they're making more efficient in that space. By all means, please, recommend your customers, if you've got some in the trade space, to come along. Have a look below at the other verticals that we're going to be targeting. There is also a general business basics one right down the bottom, I believe. That one will be great for just almost any business. So looking at things like budgeting and forecasting, or financial planning, those sorts of services. Expense management, how do we get rid of paper in the business? So there's a bit more of that activity coming, absolutely. Look, we're on Twitter, we're on email as well, so feel free to reach out to us if you've got questions and such like. We really hope that this has been helpful for you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Cheers.